Hi, welcome back to the channel again. Some of you may have heard in some of my previous videos that I carry a sling bag. I pretty much carry a sling bag every day. I do pocket carry as well, but I like to carry a sling. So if you want to know and find out what I carry in my TomTok sling bag, stay tuned. So this is the TomTok 5.5 litre sling in X-Pack. Currently at the time of filming it is £75. It is available in Cordura for 58 on Amazon, that is, and I'll leave a link in the description. But £75 for a 5.5 litre sling made out of X-Pack with YKK, AquaGuard, zips and UTX Flex buckles and hardware is a bargain in the sling world. TomTok, Chinese brand, but very well made. I mean, what is it made in China nowadays? So on the outside, I have a Hero clip by GearAid. So if I go to a public toilet for a sit down, I can use that, keep the bag off the floor, hang this on the back of the door, out the way. That's literally predominantly the only reason I have that, and I use it. On the back here, I have a Workhose HD03. This is being marked as an Olight O-clip killer. What I will say, I'm going to do a review on this, but this is a little beast. And for the money, you can't go wrong. So yeah, watch out for a review on that coming soon. Okay, so looking at the front of the bag, we've got an external zip, which is covered. So if we just roll it up there, you can see it's not AquaGuard, but it doesn't need it. It's got this cover on the front with a long and quite generous pocket. On the inside here, I carry a Tredlite gear Dyneema pouch, and in this pouch I have sanitary items. So I have some of these disinfectant wipes, 99.9% bacteria killers, and some these are called We Take No Shit, but these are ZZ wipes. Yeah, you know what they're for. We won't go into that. Pretty obvious what that's for. Okay, what else have we got in here? We have a hand sanitizer. This is a British company, Active Silver. It's nearly gone. To be honest, I probably won't be buying it again because it's quite expensive, but it doesn't contain any alcohol. Hand sterilizer. I do like to keep my hands clean. Okay, what else have we got? We have a titanium tape measure in a metric tape measure. That's for work, essentially. So I do keep that with me. Now, I do also have a twisted assisted keep safe. Pry bar predominantly with a seatbelt cutter and a glass break at the end. It does come with a pocket clip, and this one is black wash with micarta handles. I just love twisted assisted gear. The beauty of it is it's in 14C28 Sandvik steel. It's not illegal, it's not sharp, but it is a tool and quite literally a pry bar, and I do use this quite often actually. Put her away. Okay, now I've also in here got a nano bag 12 litre tote. When I go out with the missus, we nip out the shop, grab something for tea, a bottle of wine, what have you. It's there, it's handy. And on that I have a Nightcore LE, and that is just a basic, very simple little torch just to get me out of trouble if the one in my pocket dies, or I forget to take it out of the house. So we have that. And I think, oh no, we've got some of Buddy the Schnauzer's poo bags in there as well. There we go. You never run out of the need for poo bags with my dog because he's a little beast. There is a pocket at the rear. This isn't AquaGuard zipped, actually. That's probably the downside to the bag, that in heavy rain the water can accumulate there, but I've never had it leak, so it's all a bit of a muchness. I do have some med kit in there, but we will go through that shortly when I get to the med section. Now, what I carry in here is what I like to carry, and everybody's different. Everyone can carry their own things. This bag has evolved, and the contents of this bag quite literally get removed and put into another bag, because I do change my slings out every couple of weeks just to mix things up. But the X-Pack TomTok bag is great due to the sail material, in essence, is what X-Pack is. It's a waterproof bag, and as we know in the UK recently, it's done nothing but rain. So we'll work from kind of back to front. So in here, I have quite a considerable med pack. Now this bag is from a company called Tredlite gear, and I'll leave a link in the comments. Again, not affiliated. This has been bought with my own money, but this is my med kit, or forms 90% of my med kit. Just to keep it short and sweet, in the front, in this portion here, I keep plasters and some wipes. And as you can see, it's a dry roll bag. It does come with, well, it doesn't come with, you have to purchase it separately, but a nice little torch that allows me to see, you know, if I'm trying to give first aid and it's dark, or I'm trying to inspect, I don't know, a finger for a splinter, for example, that will allow me to do so. Another zip there that just contains a few more of the wipes that I have in my other Tredlite little pouch. So we'll open the roll top. I won't take all the med kit out because it's pretty basic. Now what I do have in here is another Tredlite bag, and this one is my ouchie boo boo kit. So in here I have medication, more bandages, more sterilizing equipment. I have some iodine swabs. I have a little bit of Celox. That is basically a hemostatic gauze that will help stop bleeding. And then I have some more plasters. I have a bit of burn gel, and it all fits nicely in this lovely little Dyneema bag. Okay, moving on to the inside then, we have I carry a toothbrush just there, just in case, because you never know if you get overnighted. And I have a small, what they call a rat's, didn't want to drop that, never mind, a rat's tourniquet. Now, it's a great little tourniquet. It's very different. Some of you may have seen the cat tourniquets with the bar that you twist to apply pressure and stop the bleeding. This is all done with the strength and tension of the elastic and the metal bar there. I carry this for myself and my wife, but also that's handy for a dog. You know, if you have a dog that you have a bit of a dog-on-dog attack, and they're becoming quite recent around my area for some reason, so I've decided to carry a small rat's tourniquet just to assist should the worst happen. Hopefully not. And then inside I have some eye wash, some more bandages, and compression gauzes with some more Celox and some more slightly more aggressive and larger Celox packets, obviously the hemostatic gauze. That's my med kit. That's what is in the med kit in the main bag. Going to the rear, I have chest seal. It looks like I've got two, but one is for the front, one is for the back. Predominantly gunshot wounds, for example, a round may enter the body and then leave an exit wound, and you need to be able to seal the diaphragm or the cavity, and that's what this is for. Not just for that. Accidents, if you're working and you're working outside, let's say you're working with rebar and you fall on it, or someone falls on it, and you get a sucking chest wound or something like that, that's what this is for. I carry a couple of silicone foam dressings, exactly what they are on the tin, just a nice dressing to cover a wound. And I carry a pack of, or a burn dressing. Most of my kit is from Rhino Rescue. They sell affordable and very good medical gear with decent shelf life as well, and full instructions on all of the package, or all of their items and packaging, showing you how to use it. So, you know, in a situation where you need to administer first aid on yourself or others, the situation can be a bit leery, and you can lose yourself and kind of forget how to do things. Pause, read the packet, instructions are there. Okay, that's it for the rear. Staying on the medical theme then, I have a set of, these are knockoff, they're not Leatherman, but I have a set of trauma shears. These things are amazing, very powerful. Allegedly they can cut a penny. I don't know why you'd want to, but they can. Zipping off clothing, getting access to a wound. It has a seatbelt cutter or a strap cutter. It has a hole in there to operate an oxygen valve on an oxygen cylinder, and a couple of other things. It even has a ring cutter, as you can see just there. If you've got, you know, a wedding ring stuck, or indeed a finger stuck in something, there's a good chance that this can chop it off. They are knockoff. They come with a belt clip and a glass break, but for the money, I think these were AliExpress, you know, cheap as you like, but I have used them and I've tried them out on different bits of, like an old pair of jeans and things, and they unzip like they're not even there. So yeah, great bit of kit. Next, I carry a hank. This hank is from Mind to Be Kind. and this is a Etsy seller, and I've got a few microfiber cloth. The fantastic material she uses is just, it's great. That she uses Cordura, tweed, basically whatever she can get her hands on, and some of it is, but they're all great, and the stitching is second to none. I am going to do a video on her hanks because, like I say, I carry one. It's great for cleaning your camera lens, your phone screen, your glasses, your sunglasses, or even use it as a handkerchief as it's designed if you so wish. Staying on the medical theme, I do carry a normal, what we class as a cat style tourniquet. This is a Rhino Rescue tourniquet. I won't go into the ins and outs of how to use it, but it is there for me and my wife. If you don't know how to use it, there is some online training you can do, but I would recommend getting out there, getting on a course, very basic, and learn how to look after yourself and others, your loved ones, and carry the kit you need. There's no point carrying something you have no idea how to use. You can sometimes cause more damage, and these can be quite dangerous if applied incorrectly. Okay, I carry a spare notepad, just a kind of field notes style book, but a fraction of the price. I think these, I've got like a pack of 20 from China for not a lot of money, just a backup notepad. And I do carry, for my pens, I carry some spare inserts because a couple of times I've been out and needed to write down, and I've done a fair bit of writing and then ran out, so I carry some spare space pen inserts. Okay, in here, I suppose it's a bit of a controversial item, but this is a retrieve. Basically, it looks like a grappling hook. In all essence, it is, but it's not for climbing. It's got a neodymium rare earth magnet in the end and some spare spines that you slot into these holes, and you can use it to throw over a tree, retrieve something, pull your bag into a tree should you be camping. Not in the UK, but if you want to get your gear away from bears, you could use that. And also, you know, I carry it because I'm shit with keys, as I've alluded to in other videos. And a couple of times I've dropped a key down a drain. With this, I've been able to retrieve it. I drop my van keys all the time. Great bit of kit. Very rarely used, but I'd rather look at it than look for it. There's that. Okay, so I'll move on to my Maxpedition mini organiser in a moment. But before we do that, I'll just put that there. I have some, in a little twisted assisted baggie, I have a pair of Okupa hand warmers. This time of year, I like to have hand warmers on me. These things heat up rapidly, stay hot for a long time, and I've had about 7 hours use out of these on the medium setting, and they get blistering hot. Really good bit of kit. Okay, I do carry a criminal identifier. This is basically gel. It's not pepper spray. It's a self-defense item. Again, you hear some of the keyboard warriors saying, well, you sprayed that in my face, I'd knock you out. Well, maybe so. I doubt it. But but yeah, this is just to deter someone. They don't know if it isn't pepper spray, for one, and they get this in the face, it foams up and they can't wash that colour off. So if you're trying to ensure that the individual in question is dealt with by the police, and you want to be able to identify them, a great way of doing it. I don't mean randomly walking around going, it was him, but yeah, this is a good way to give yourself a bit of breathing space in an awkward situation. Okay, so let me just get rid of the bag. I've got a desk full of stuff. Maxpedition mini organiser. Right, let's get into the pouch. I'm going to whip through this because I know some of you don't like longer videos, so try and do it as efficiently and as quickly as I can. Right, clamshell opening. I do like Maxpedition. It's just the quality is just out of bounds. First thing we're greeted with is a little tub of meds. In here I keep some paracetamol, some Flaring, which is an anti-inflammatory, and some Imodium, because you never know when you're going to get the trots. Next thing in here is a Sharpie marker pen. Obviously you know what a marker pen does. Beauty of this one is it has a box opener style top on the pocket clip, and it's a screw cap. Ultem PEI. It's basically a fancy heat resistant plastic, but it keeps the pen fresh. It stops it from drying out, and I am a bit of a Ultem fanboy. I've got a few bits and bobs which I'll feature in future videos. I have a Ultem bolt action pen with a Fisher space pen refill. You need a pen. Next thing needs no introduction. I have a Victorinox compact. Great little blade. Massive in the EDC community. It's a good bit of kit. I do rotate this out because sometimes I like this in my pocket. I carry this mainly for the scissors though. plus scales in second, an upgraded micarta. So there's that. I carry a Tide pen because I'm not a messy eater really, but mainly when I'm at work, if it's start of the day and I'm going into a meeting and I've got food on my shirt, this might just help me take it out, and it's pretty good actually. I thought it was a bit gimmicky, but pretty good. I carry a notepad because you need a notepad. And like I say, this kit is designed for me to whip it out of my bag and take it as a standalone item should I need to. So something to write on. A very small ouchie boo-boo kit. This is basically a Burns gel, some alcohol wipes, some safety pins, steri strips because I carry blades, and some plasters. Very basic, but it's there. Night eyes, flexible wraps or ties. So the beauty of that is that you can reuse them, and should you need to attach one thing to another, you've got those with you. I haven't actually used them yet. These might get taken out of my kit when I do an update. I do love the idea of them, but like I say, never really used them. A lighter, because you never know when you might need a lighter. This is a clipper just with a stainless steel cover on the outside. It takes gas or butane gas as most refillable lighters. I do carry a ferro-Syrian rod as a backup means of fire lighting. This is a Firefly with a tritium green vial inside. Great bit of kit. It does get used. Go around your friends for a barbecue and they can't light the fire or the lighter stopped working. Great bit of kit. I have a socket set to go with my Nextool UK legal multi-tool. Has all the usual items on here. Set of spring-loaded pliers with wire cutters. It also has those standard oversized scissors or shears, spring-loaded again from Nextool. But the reason I carry this, so I can carry this in pretty much any situation, it has a non-locking UK legal sub 3-inch blade. I don't know the steel, designation, and it's not of the greatest quality. But in a pinch, it will serve me well, I'm sure. I've used it a couple of times. Titanium pry bar. Never really used this. This is probably going to get taken out. I kind of fell into that pry bar trap, but they are pretty, and I do like carrying them. In this one, I've installed a tritium vial inside. Great for scraping, prying, obviously, and it has a bottle opener. It's titanium, so it's not the strongest. Like I say, I haven't used it yet, so it might find its way coming out of my bag or pouch. Obviously, I've got the socket set to go with the multi-tool. In here, then, I have a Nightcore NB 10,000 carbon fibre coated power bank. Great bit of kit. This is a great bit of kit, actually. Gets me out of a sticky situation quite regularly. And I fitted a after plug on top. It's a data blocker, so if I have to charge this up or use another means of charging my phone, this is basically just in there for me to store it. But basically, you put that on your cable. If you were to charge your phone in McDonald's, for example, it turns the data section of your charging cable off, so that if that location's compromised, let's say, it stops people reading your data or it being transferred without you knowing. Whether it works or not, I don't know. I haven't been hacked, not yet. I carry a magnification card. My eyes are starting to go. I think I'm probably due another trip to the opticians. What else have I got? Oh, I've got a 7-in-1 cable that goes with the NB 10,000 Nightcore power bank. And that pretty much does it. Great kit. I think that's a pretty decent carry, to be honest. And sometimes I do take this on its own and I feel covered for most situations. So yeah, there we go. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. Great little setup, I believe. It suits my life perfectly. Clearly, everyone's different and they'll make their own, as we've said. So yeah, links to any of the gear I'll stick in description. Like I say, I'm not affiliated, but you'll know where to go to get those bits of kit. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a pocket dump, so you can see what I've been carrying in my pockets for the last week. And yeah, if you could like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. And if you've got any comments, I'd love to hear them. Back soon.